Okay guys, this is going to be the run of beds that are going over by the edge of the garage. We're going to go ahead and we're going to put them all across. But they're 8 foot by 39 inches, and that's going to make it to where we'll be able to have an alleyway here to let the tractor go through with the cart, and then have another raised bed right here, and then right here's our big raised bed. So we'll have a little walkway that'll go through here. So looking forward to getting this part done. So we're getting the last part of this one put in. Rob's finishing it up. We're doing them too high. And the boards that we're using, I need to tell you about them. The boards that we're using, remember the chicken coop? Okay. The boards that we're using were on a boardwalk that was by my mom and dad's house. And my dad took up all of the old boards. Some of them are only a couple years old. So the pressure treated stuff is out of them, which that's not a big deal because it's copper now, right? So anyways, he was able to salvage all the boards from the boardwalk that he took up. And now we're able to use them for raised beds. So how much is this project of raised beds costing? Because Rob already had the screws. That's awesome. Look for ways to save money on your homestead. You can find builders, like I said in the chicken coop video, builders that are looking for somebody to come and get their scraps. You can find people that might have a project, maybe take down someone's deck for free, and that can be your chicken coop. You never know until you start looking at where you can find a good supply of materials. So not too long ago, Rob received this from Saker. It is a little tiny chainsaw, has a guard on it. That's really cool. But it's got a 20-volt battery in it. And this little thing is so handy. So that's what I decided to just go ahead and grab to cut up some of these branches for the raised bed. So here we go. This is another day. We are working on our raised beds. What I've been doing is I have been using our push mower. Has a bagger on it. I went back into the chicken area back behind the house. It's got a lot of leaves, and then they've got a ditch and they go in there and everything like that. So I've mulched it all up and with our mower, and I've put it in this raised bed along with grass clippings. So what he's doing now is he is doing a test for the pH level for the soil here that we're putting on top. So what have you found out?
Well, these buckets of soil that we have here, those are right at 7 on the pH level, which is just a little bit alkaline for tomatoes. That's actually right on the edge, so okay. That's fine. But I did it, so she been mulching up our leaves and all that stuff back there with the mower and bringing them and putting them in here, and I just mixed them in so you can't really tell, but along with the grass clippings. But there was separate piles in there, and I tested the grass clippings, and they were right at about 6.5 on the pH scale, which is perfect for tomatoes.
Yay!
So that kind of explains to us why that our sun golds did so good out there in that hugelkultur bed last year. We'll link that video in the description so you can check that out.
Yeah, that's cool.
But yeah, so grass clippings are well, at least the ones I just tested are 6.5 on the pH, which is great for tomatoes. And then those leaves were about what, 6.8 or
something like that. But you can kind of see where the grass clippings, and he's mixed in the leaves with it now. There's some chicken stuff in there too, and chicken compost. And then we've got the other pile of dirt here. We're getting ready to add it into there as well. And so he's just got his...
And that's right at 7 as well. Let me check these buckets here. They're probably all about the same. That's settling in at about 6.8. Yeah, so these are all about 6.8, all the buckets. So yeah, but this is gonna be great for tomatoes.
Perfect. All right, so my next stop is Brown Thumb Nursery to pick up some tomato plants. So let's head there.
All right, well, we're here.
Oh, okay.
Welcome to Brown Thumb Nursery.
So we are looking at Amish paste tomatoes all the way over to here.
Yeah, what do we got here? This is the Invincible.
What's the Invincible?
Invincible from Haas.
Okay.
And I think that's mainly what I got here.
It's hibiscus. Okay.
And of course we got sun golds.
I'll do one sun gold.
In that bed, or you want?
Yeah, just one sun gold over in that bed. We'll take that one. And then let me do some paste tomatoes.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. That'd be a nice bed for the paste tomatoes.
Yep, because then we can grab them real quick for salsa.
So I'm going to take one of these out.
That's customer service. You carried it all the way home for me. Thank you. Look at our Sweet Williams, guys. Those things just glow. I don't know what it is about them things, but they glow. So pretty. Okay.
Yeah, I put the sun gold here on the end.
Okay.
So you can like come right up to it and get it.
And then we were just talking about using the top up there. What is that called under there? Soffit.
Mm-hmm.
And then running the trellising system from there. So keep an eye out for that video. But I'm getting ready to plant some tomatoes after I get the dirt in there, guys. Come take a look. Does that not look wonderful? Oh my goodness. Just beautiful. Now the dirt that I have, it's from my mom and dad's. She took out raised beds this past year. So we knew that we were going to be amending it with the stuff from the chicken yard and with the grass clippings and such like that. So I'm going to go ahead, and that's what all those buckets were from clearing out her raised beds. I've got one more to clear out yet. Rob and Daddy are doing a really good job on getting those. So anyways, I'm going to get ready and I'm going to go and get my tomatoes in, and that's going to be a wrap for this first bed. We've got the second bed here and it's pretty much set in place. We're filling it up with logs. When we get ready to mow this coming week, then we're going to do some push mowing and get it filled up with grass clippings just like we did this one. And then I'll go through and do some more leaves that we've got that are still on the ground over on the other side of the chicken yard back in the back. And then I'll go ahead and put the soil on top of that. So stick around. I know it's been a few days process for us especially, but for you guys just a few minutes. But we've got our first raised bed that we just built this year. We've got it filled and now it's ready to plant. So that's what my job is now, is to get it all planted out. And then just an update. This is a couple weeks later. Our tomatoes are growing great. They are loving their new little home. We have a little bit of drippage. You can see just behind the first row of tomatoes that I did. And that's just from the garage roof leaking off when it rains and such, but not too bad. So I'm glad I left that little area that I can add more dirt if I need to. But we did go ahead. We've got the other bed positioned and started filling it up. We're getting ready to mow here shortly. It just rained, so we can't mow yet. But we did get the arch put in place. So in this bed over here, I'm going to have cucumbers that are going to grow up on the arch. I know they'll only grow up maybe halfway, but that's okay. It's still not going to shade out the tomato plants, and they're going to be just fine. We have had, when we had an actual like in-ground garden, we did have some cucumbers over here and they did fine. Oh guys, look at this. My rattlesnake pole beans, they are going crazy. They're loving their new house. So anyways, just to give you a little bit of an update from where we were and what we finished, and we're really happy with that. Now we've got raised beds to put in here, here, and back in here. On to the next. Have a great day, guys.